Right, this is just a bit of a follow-up to my last video I did about rod licenses and all that. I'm recently taken up my fishing again. I used to do a lot of fishing ever since I was a kid. Fished for 35 years now, something like that. It must be probably more. And I had a break for one reason or another. Just didn't fish for a few years and decided to take it up again. Got the bug, so to speak. And I say in my last video, to get my rod license now, I've got to wait until April because of the environmental agency, the way they run their renewal and all that. And, you know, it's if I bought a license now, it would a full license. I know they do day licenses and week and whatever. But if I bought a full license now, it would only last 3 months because it would run out 31st of March. That's their system, that's the way they do it. So I'm going to wait until 1st of April. You know, I know there's a lot of people out there say, oh, fucking, I don't bother with the license and this and that, but, you know, I'm getting one. I'm not going to be looking over my shoulder. I like to go out, enjoy a day's fishing. I'm just looking on the environmental agency website now, and it's got about the prosecutions and all that. You know, you're talking, it's got the maximum fine for fishing without a license is £2,500, and the maximum fine for poaching is £50,000. Said last year we checked over 80,000 licenses and prosecuted over 2,700 licence cheats. We also prosecuted 138 people for poaching offences. Between them, they were ordered to pay fines of over £335,000. So it's obvious that, you know, those 138 people went fined £50,000 each. But, you know, you're talking big fines either way. So, you know, if you want to go out there and fish and look over your shoulder, yeah, you haven't got a license, or you're poaching on someone's land or private fishing or whatever. But I'm not into that. I'm not into that caper at all. So anyway, I'm gonna wait until the 1st of April now to get a rod license. I fish mainly the reservoirs. I don't do a lot of river fishing. As I say, I do, well, I'm starting now, from now up until 1st of April when I can get my rod license to go fishing on the reservoirs. I'm going to do some sea fishing, which is free. If you sea fish from shore, it doesn't cost you nothing. Obviously, got to buy your tackle, but I'm just saying, you know, with regards to rod licenses, you don't need a rod license to go fishing in the sea. And especially off the shore, you know, if you go on a charter, a boat or whatever, obviously you're going to have to pay. But I much prefer, well, in order of preference, I like my coarse fishing, then my fly fishing, then my sea fishing. My coarse fishing, I do a lot on, there's a reservoir, well, 2 reservoirs actually, up on the Denby Moors. Where I live in Denby, it's just a 20-mile drive up there, so it's on my backyard. And I'm just checking out the prices now. As I say, I haven't fished now for a few years now, and just checking out the prices. The Aled, thin Aled, for a full day is £5.50. I mean, I'm not going to grumble at that. It's perch mainly. And then I got this, the Alwyn reservoir. The Alwyn is £15. Now that's shot up quite a bit since I fished there last. It's got to be a few years now. When I'm sure it was under a tenner. It wasn't over a tenner. So I'm sure I think it was about £9.50, something like that. The Aled doesn't change much, but the Alwyn, and that's a game fishery as well. That's but you can use coarse fishing. rods and techniques and that, as well as fly fishing. Obviously, it's got a few perch and trout in it. But 15 quid. That shot up quite a bit there. And then you got the Llynbrennig, beautiful reservoir, absolutely cracking reservoir, and that is 1950. And if you want a boat, it's going to cost you 20 quid, so you're talking 40 quid, aren't you? Well, it's 39.50 give or take, like. And that, it's adding up. But that is fly fishing only. I think the last time I went to the Brennig, it was about 12 quid, something like that. Which everything goes up, doesn't it? Next year it'll have gone up and whatever, costs and things, they go up, don't they? So things, it can be quite expensive these days. And I do a lot of shooting. I mainly do clay pigeon shooting. I do the odd farm here and there or whatever, but to go clay pigeon, you gotta flash the old wonga. Whatever you do, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you money, unless you, of course, you poach and this and that. But that's not my game. You're talking pheasant shooting, which I've talked about before. You're talking in your hundreds to your thousands for a day's pheasant shooting. And also on certain stretches of river, you're talking hundreds to thousands, just for a bit of fishing on a bit of a stretch of a river. So anyway, that's what my plans for these next few months up until April. I'll be doing a bit of sea fishing, but as I say, I much prefer my coarse fishing. And probably do a bit of fly fishing as well, but I won't be doing that. My coarse and my fly fishing I won't be doing now until April, when I can get my rod license. So anyway, that's it. Just how things change over the years, the prices go up, but it's like everything, innit?